to my very first ever Tokyo Disney vlog series! I don't know what happened with my voice there, but we're doing it! Hello, welcome to Travel Day. I am Adam Hatton. If you're new, I vlog Disney parks, Disney Cruise Line, and other fun things you might be interested in. But today is Travel Day for Tokyo Disney, and this trip has been in the works for some time. It's taken a lot of research, which I'm hoping to kind of like impart the lessons I've learned through these vlogs to kind of save you the time, because I've watched a lot of vlogs. Today I'm going to be flying with Japan Airlines in premium economy to Tokyo Haneda Airport and then taking the metro system round to Tokyo Disney Resort. I'm actually going to be staying in 4 different hotel rooms over just less than a week's stay. I'm going to be in a Cinderella themed room at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, the Toy Story Hotel for 1 night, the very special brand new Fantasy Springs Grand Chateau for 1 night, which has been very hard to get, but more on that story later, and a standard room design at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. I have got tickets for both parks. I'm going to be checking out the brand new Fantasy Springs, which is their like new land that's just opened with a new Frozen attraction, Tangled, Tinkerbell, Peter Pan, new food, new quick services. There's new tips to learn. Hopefully through the course of this series, you're actually going to kind of get like an overview of the parks, but also like a tips and emotional journey. I really want to like check in at the end of every day and just be like, this is something I really enjoyed, this is something I found difficult, because Japan is a completely different culture from what I know. I have tried to learn some Japanese phrases, but learning Japanese is very, very difficult. So it's going to be an experience, and one that I think I'm absolutely going to love. I need to start kind of getting ready to go to the airport. Those are my bags. It's happening! I'm going to Tokyo Disney! For luggage, I have got 1 big suitcase for all my clothes, and then a little suitcase for my laptop and my coat and stuff. I've then got a backpack that I'm going to have by my feet, which has got headphones, snacks, hand cream, that sort of thing. Those of you that have travelled probably look at my suitcase and go, Adam, that's a lot of clothes for less than a week. And yes, I do take the kitchen sink with me, but it's also winter in Japan. It's currently 15 degrees Celsius in Tokyo during the day and about 5 degrees Celsius in the evening. So this is mostly jumpers. It's not a heavy bag. Those of you that have travelled to Disney before might be thinking, Adam, there is not enough space in that suitcase for merchandise. And dear viewer, don't worry. I am thinking ahead. I'm buying another suitcase when I get out there. I have watched so many merchandise videos and hauls and everything from Tokyo Disney that have just made me want to buy everything. And the merchandise with the exchange rate in the UK is super cheap. So yes, I've just accepted it. I think with Japan Airlines in economy and premium economy, you get 2 bags anyway at 23 kilograms. So might as well use it. Hello, future Adam. It's me, past Adam. Yes, you've locked the front door and double-checked it. Yes, you've locked the back door and double-checked it. The hair straighteners are in your suitcase, so they can't physically be on. The plugs are off. You're good to go. Have a nice time. Mwah. I've just arrived at Heathrow Terminal 3 short stay parking. If you would like to see the drive into this car park, I've got some older vlogs that are like Disney World travel days where I normally park here. There is meet and greet parking here. This is also where like Ubers pick up from. I have got the short stay parking, which was about £100, but that means that I can park up on level 4 or 5 and just leave my car here, pick it up exactly as I left it. I did use meet and greet parking once where I came back and my tyre was flat. And I didn't notice until I was on my way home. So I haven't used it since, basically. And it's about the same price as just paying for short stay parking and leaving your car here. And this one is also security monitored, which is always a nice reassurance for me. My pro tip, if you happen to be using this car park, you see the ramps just behind me where you come up. As you come into the car park, there is a block of elevators on the left, and then a block of elevators down on the right. Try and park as far to the left as you possibly can, because those elevators are where arrivals come in and are always very busy and take ages. Whilst if you park on that side, you can go straight down to the arrivals level and then walk into the airport that way. If you ever wondered how I vlog whilst I've got 2 bags with me, this is how I do it. My strap on. Easy. That is beautiful. If you're a subscriber, you've probably seen this terminal before. This is the same terminal that Virgin Atlantic go out of. It's a very noisy door. quite finished. The plane's taxiing. Very cool. We're going... Arrivals. Come out of the lift, turn left and basically just walk all the way down to the bridge. If, like me, you also like to know when your next toilet stop is, there are some here on level 1 of the car park. Japan Airlines very kindly sent me an email a couple of days ago to say where my gate area is going to be, where I check in, and it's E, which is just down there. So when you get to the ground floor in arrivals, you can walk from the arrivals gate round to departures. There's the arrivals, and we're going to keep going down this way. Worth noting that they have morning flights for Japan Airlines from C, evening flights from E. Okay, Emirates to the right, Japan Airlines over here. They did say in that email they sent me a couple of days ago that if you're economy, you have to use the little kiosks over there to check in. If you're premium economy, however, you can go into the check-in line straight away. All checked in, that's pretty seamless. They actually use an area that's used for Japan Airlines and British Airways. They just needed to know when my return back was. They didn't ask me where I'm staying or anything like that, which they normally do for the US. And now I just need to go up the escalator to departures. I'm going to Tokyo! For this trip I have booked fast track security, which I'm just going to go ahead and check into. Based on how quiet normal security is, I think it was probably a waste of £12.50, but you know, you never know. Sometimes you get to the airport and there's a very, very, very long line for security. Maybe for the evening flights it's really not that bad. With the other airlines I've flown with, in premium economy you don't normally get a lounge, but with Japan Airlines you do. So I'm going to be using the British Airways... just says British Airways Lounge. However, just going to pop into a WH Smith just to get some water and snacks for the 14-hour flight. One thing I noticed with Fast Track as well, they've got the new scanners, so you don't need to take laptops and electronics out of your bag, you just have to take liquids out of your bag. It also doesn't take you into like the main departures walk-through bit where the world of duty free is, so you kind of have to go back on yourself if you do want to go and find some perfume or makeup or something. In this WH Smith they also have some travel essentials and books and stuff, so if you need something to keep you busy and you haven't got it with you, you can find it here. I picked up some water, I picked up some of these Nutella biscuits for when I have my cup of tea. I've been trying to find popcorn. I think popcorn would be a nice time killer snack whilst you're eating movies. Don't sell it. Weird. I tell a lie, I have just found salted caramel popcorn. It doesn't belong on this shelf, but there's a bag of it, so I'm having it. Got some apple and grapes, health, 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 darling. Crisps, 2 bottles of water, and the popcorn, hooray! I just found these really cute British flags, and they're only a couple of pounds each, so I think I'm going to get a few and just hand out to any cast members that make my trip extra special. Here it is! Okay, let's check out this lounge, shall we? Lounge F, British Airways, Japan Airlines. It is right here. Nice. Ooh, cute. Just checked in with a lovely host. Washrooms. This buffet is actually crazy, and it all looks very nice and fresh. Health, health, health. Coffee machines. Time to go. So that was the British Airways Club Lounge. 5-star plus. Do you know, I wasn't even expecting a lounge in premium economy, and it was outstanding. Like, that's the business class lounge for British Airways, so really, really good. Fun story. I was actually supposed to be flying with British Airways in one of their like lie flat beds. Anyone who's a subscriber and has seen previous times that I've tried to fly with British Airways, it's never really gone to plan. So they cancelled my flight about a month ago, so I had to rebook with Japan Airlines, but everyone I've spoken to has said that Japan Airlines is amazing. I'm very looking forward to seeing the seat and trying the food and everything. I am sat next to someone, but I have got a window seat, so I'll try and get you some like B-roll clips of the flight if I can. Yeah, excited. It's happening.
Good evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, so sorry.
That's okay. Making my way through the cabin. This is what looks like business class. Maybe next time. This is premium economy, where I'm going to be seated. I've got a lovely 21k in the cozy corner back here. Very nice. And I'm just going to very quickly show you what economy looks like. So economy seats, you've got TVs in the back of the seat in front, blanket and pillow. This is an overnight flight. This is the premium economy seat. Lots of legroom, which looks very nice. You've got a TV screen on the seat in front, headphones, slippers, a little amenity kit with a face mask, pillow, blanket.
Welcome on board. 安全について説明しますので、必ずご覧ください。Please watch this safety video and familiarize yourself with the safety instructions. どうぞごゆっくりお過ごしください。We wish you a pleasant flight.
Just taken off. I have got a passenger sat next to me. He's just popped to the loo, but I'm not going to be able to talk much during this flight. Just been given a moist towelette.
商品につきましては、機内販売カタログ、JALショップをご覧ください。
Dinner has been served. We were given a choice of pork or salmon. I went with the salmon. And they also offered miso soup. Just here. I don't think I might have tried it in the UK, but I've never had Japanese miso soup, so that'll be interesting. Little salad, pasta salad with some salami, seems to be some fruit there, and pass. Also been given a bread roll, some silver cutlery and chopsticks. And I was offered another drink as well, with a little bottle of water. Currently watching the Imagineering story, and they just came around with double chocolate ice cream at the end of the meal. Very nice. Managed to get a few hours sleep, and our breakfast has been served. Got eggs Benedict, potato, spinach, sausage, tomato, croissant, vanilla yogurt, melon, and some apple juice. I've just received the customs declaration and the disembarkation card for foreigners. It's important to maybe take a screenshot of the hotel you're going to be staying in and the phone number that you're going to need to put on this card. So thankfully I've already done that because I watched someone else's vlog.
Thank you for choosing Japan Airlines today. Please check to make sure you leave nothing behind, especially cell phones.
I'm in Tokyo. I'm so excited. This accessibility cart is singing a little song as it goes. I love that. Really good flight. 14 hours actually flew by. Get it? Yeah, really comfortable. Managed to get two 2-hour sessions of sleep in. Food was really, really nice. Service was amazing. Happy. Just got through customs and immigration, and this is what exiting into Terminal 3 at Haneda Airport looks like. Whilst it's fresh in my mind, I think I'll very quickly recap what happens back there. So essentially came through all the yellow arrival signs into the main immigration hall. It then splits into visitors, nationals, etc. Joins the blue visitor line. Going down that line, you then have like a pre-check point where they take your index finger prints and your photo. You just present your passport and your white foreign declaration form that I filled out on the flight, which is worth doing on the flight. You can do a QR code on a website or something, but you have to create an account and everything. I was like, well, for me it was easier just to fill in the form because I'm not planning on coming here lots at the moment. So then once they had done that, they then gave me back my passport and my white form, went to the immigration officer. I said konbanwa, which is good evening. They very quickly just checked through my passport, approved it, went through into the luggage collection hall. There are restrooms in both of those stages, so I went to the restroom there, waited for my bag, which took longer than expected, but it came through. The line for immigration wasn't too bad either, so I'd say that whole process has taken me about 30 minutes, which is really good. Then once you've collected your luggage, you need to present your yellow customs form and your passport to another officer, and then you're free to go. That's where I literally just walked out. So I have got the directions on my phone. I've already screenshotted them just in case I didn't get signal. I have actually got a eSIM, and I bought that through a website called Klook, not sponsored, but that's who other people have recommended, and it was about £15.30 for unlimited data for 8 days. So even though I'm only here for like 6, I just wanted to make sure it covered arriving and departing. So they gave you like a QR code, you add it through your phone, they give you the instructions on how to do it and everything like that. But the only problem I had whilst I was doing that in line is that iMessage wouldn't work, and I worked out that I had to go into the new eSIM in settings and add my current iMessage phone number to that SIM as well. And once I'd done that, it was all up and running, and make sure the data roaming was on, good to go. So I've now got data, and now I'm gonna just double check that the route I'm taking is the route I'm taking and get started. So this is 3 different trains. It's going to take about an hour. I just tap in with a Suica card, which I'll explain in just a second. I'm going to be taking the Tokyo monorail. It's signposted just there. Then I'm going to be going on the Rinkai line, and then the Keio line to arrive at Maihama Station, which is the station where Tokyo Disney is, so Maihama. And then I can either board the local Tokyo Disney monorail or I can walk to the hotel. They do have a tourist information desk, and in one of the videos I watched in preparing for this trip, they do speak very good English there, so if you wanted to double check where you're going, you can speak to them. A Suica card is basically either a physical card or something on your Apple Wallet that allows you to tap in, tap out of the metro system here in Tokyo. Now, you can buy cards here. They do sometimes stop selling them. It does look like they are currently selling them. It's called the Welcome Suica card. But I've got mine loaded up on my phone, so if you've got an Apple Wallet, it comes as one of the preloaded ones that you can just add. This is what it looks like. So I've added 10,000 yen to the balance, so that will allow me to go in, go out, and you can also use it in vending machines in 7-Elevens and stuff, and also in some of the vending machines in Tokyo Disney and some of the shops as well. I'm taking the monorail towards Hamamatsusho. I'm going to butcher a lot of names this trip. Platform number 2. I'm going to be riding the Tokyo monorail for 6 stops to Tennozu Isle Station.
Please place your suitcases and other large baggage in the baggage areas.
They do have elevators, which is good. A pro tip one of my family members gave me is that if you are wheeling big suitcases, like I am, on Google Maps, you can set it to accessible. I think I'm going to 2. If not, we're about to find out. So far so good. Everything's signposted in Japanese characters and English characters, so it's making it very easy to read off Google Maps. I'm now heading onto the Rinkai line with a destination towards Shinkiba. I just used my first Japanese and it worked. I got confused because of the signposting. So I said sumimasen, which is excuse me, to these 2 ladies. I said Rinkai line? And she was like, arigatou gozaimasu. I spoke Japanese! Now in theory you should just be able to hold your phone and it should do it. And it did. Awesome. Rinkai line. I'm actually surprised at how relaxed I am doing this. I was really nervous. This bit was probably the most daunting for me, but it's actually doing quite well. Also, I've learned, stand on the left side here, not the right, like we do in America, UK. Where am I from? For the Rinkai line, you do have to walk outside of the station and cross the road. Now, Google Maps is going to send me around there, but the signposting is literally just to go straight across this crossing here. Tennozu Isle Station, just what I want. And this is the entrance here. I've noticed that there's a lot of accessibility for blind passengers. Here are some Japanese vending machines, so if I wanted to use my Suica card to get a bottle of water or something, I could. Shinkiba, platform 2. Oh, okay, take the escalator.
The train, bound for Shinkiba, will soon arrive at platform 2.
This is Shinkiba Station. They do have some little shops here, but I'm going to be taking the Keio line, which is JR and is red, and platform 1 towards my Hummer Tokyo Disney Resort. Everything is very well signposted. I'm heading towards the elevator. I can't believe it, I've actually made it. I can see the Tokyo Disney sign there. My cheeks are going to hurt from smiling so much. It plays a Disney tune before the doors close. This is the coolest thing ever. I'm so happy I could cry. No, I have to hold it in. Tokyo Disney, right, south exit. The monorail here, the Tokyo Disney line, is part of like the metro system, so you can tap in and out with your Suica card. And I think I'm just going to walk. It might be a struggle, but I want to take it in. Oh my god, I'm here! I can't believe it's actually real. Like, I just thought it was a figment of my imagination. Oh my gosh. Oh my god! Whilst I've stopped to take pictures, I thought I would check how much I spent in order to get here. So it cost me 890 yen using the Suica card on my phone to get from Haneda Airport Terminal 3 to Maihama Station. I didn't take the monorail, obviously, to get to the front of Tokyo Disneyland Park, which is opposite the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel where I'm staying. But that's equivalent to £4.66 or $5.93. So really not that expensive, and it took about an hour. You can do a taxi, but I think a taxi is going to cost you about $200-300. Taxis in Japan are just crazy expensive. Don't get it. And they do have a bus limousine service, but that only goes every hour. And based on my flight arrival time, I just thought I was going to end up waiting an hour before I even got on the coach, and then it's about like a 30-40 minute drive. So I figured, you know what? Let's get started. And now I'm here. There's the entrance sign. There's my hotel. It looks so cute. I can see the castle. I think the time that it would have taken me to go back on myself, take the escalator and everything, get into the platform, wait for the train, board the train and everything, it's probably about the same time that it's taken me to walk it. So, and I've been able to get a little bit misty-eyed in front of the Tokyo Disneyland sign, so I'm very excited. There's the entrance. Look at this. Oh my god, how am I not going to cry here? Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I can't believe it. I genuinely, like, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm here. I know I am. It's not like when I get to Florida, I'm like, I see it, but I don't feel like I'm here. I genuinely feel like I'm here. I've been so excited. I'm waffling. I'm in Tokyo Disney. I made it. I did Metro. I'm so proud of myself. Tonight I am staying in a Cinderella themed concierge room. Look at this. How cute is that? Little Donald. So the thing with hotel rooms here, they're a lot cheaper than what they are in America. So for a concierge room in America, you're probably looking at least probably about $1,000 a night. Here, I think it worked out about $400 thereabouts. So I thought to show you a Cinderella themed room and check out what concierge is. I don't mind. There is a Disney Mercantile shop just there. Apparently there's also a convenience store so I can pick up some snacks. Tokyo Disneyland Hotel! So I would walk up the stairs, but I have a very big suitcase. We have Looking Glass Gifts, which looks like the convenience store. Based on other people's vlogs, I knew that the Marceline Lounge was where you check in if you've got a concierge room. This place is amazing. So they've taken me to the table, they've offered me a drink from the menu. I do need to see the lobby though. It just so happened to pass the Marceline lounge because of where I came in through the elevator. But this room is beautiful. They've got complimentary snacks, bottles of water.
You can enter the park 15 minutes before.
15 minutes before.
Yes.
Great. Happy entry.
Yes. And this is only for Disneyland.
Great. Thank you. All checked in the Marceline lounge. I'm now just going to pop to the lobby very quickly just to see it because I haven't seen it yet. I think I'm dreaming. I'm so glad I switched to 4K before this trip because I don't even think the 4K is going to do it justice. It's very Grand Floridian. I love it. Because Grand Floridian is not normally in my budget. But in Tokyo Disney, it is! I'm so happy. 9th floor. So, check-in took a little bit longer than expected. I think that took about 40 minutes. Just because I had to wait for a desk to become available. They very kindly served me a drink. I went through a lot of information, had to fill in a form and stuff. But yeah, I've learned so much from the cast member who helped me. So, thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to go and check out the room first, drop the bags, and then I'm going to pop to the convenience store just to get some dinner for tonight. 9313, this way. Gosh, these hallways are lovely. No way. I'm already blown away. It's very warm. It's very warm. I've noticed that quite a lot. The flight was very warm. The airport was very warm. This hotel is very warm. I appreciate I'm on the top floor and all the heat rises, but gosh, can't believe I'm here. Look how gorgeous it is. I'm in Tokyo Disney. Here we are, first room of the trip. This is going to be a Cinderella themed room in concierge at the Disneyland Hotel. I'm actually going to film my reaction going in first because this is my first Tokyo Disney hotel room I'm ever going to see, and then I will give you the full room tour as well. Touch that. Oh my god! Oh my god! We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. What the heck? This thing's got 2 rooms. I've got a lounge and a room. What have I booked? What have I done? I genuinely don't know. First I'm going to let you see what I saw as I came in, and then I'm going to do like a detailed room tour. So don't worry, there's more room tour to come. This is literally what I saw. And then to the right, and to the left. Like, what? Where am I? And then I came in here, saw this, and I was like, where's the bed? Oh wait, the bed is in a separate room. Look at this! It's so beautiful. It's so hot, my god, why is it... It's so warm! That's actually just reminded me of something. The flight was wonderful. It was a solid 5 out of 5 for a premium economy experience. To have the lounge, the quality of the food, the space, the seat was incredibly comfortable, and I didn't manage to show you before the other passenger sat down next to me, but the recline isn't like a back, it's like a slide forward, so you're never taking up the space of the passenger behind you, you're kind of taking up your own space. But I managed to get into like a 45-degree angle position, and get some sleep. I very rarely sleep on planes, very rarely do. Even when I've got like a lie flat bed, I still struggle. But really comfortable, really great. They came around very often with like all different types of teas and stuff. So yeah, I would fly with them again, big time. They are more expensive. So Japan Airlines was more expensive than British Airways. So I was looking forward to giving British Airways a go, but you know, they cancelled the flight, so nothing I can do there. Let's give you a detailed room tour, shall we? And I'm seeing this all for the first time as well, so I'm very excited. As you come in, you've got the dresser on the right-hand side. And the thing that has like struck me already is the detail. Like, look at this. That mirror is gorgeous. And I love that the wallpaper's actually got like frames as the pattern. Like this little curved ceiling thing here. I've never had a Disney hotel room that has a curved ceiling in it with like a little glass door. Hidden Mickey! Hidden Mickey! This is the bathroom to the left. What? Oh my god, it's so amazing. The wallpaper is fantastic. Because it's Cinderella themed. And look at the free stuff! It looks like you get 4 of everything. So you've got these little plastic cups that say Tokyo Disneyland Hotel on them. Very cute. You've got toothbrush kits and then an amenity kit. Let's see what's inside the amenity kit. Hair scratchy. A tissue by the looks of it. Some cotton buds. Very cute. So you get 4 per room. And then also in this drawer, we've got a box of tissues. And then a couple more toothbrush kits. Oh no, I think they're children's toothbrush kits. Oh, that's cute. Lovely. On the other drawer, we've got a little hairbrush. Can I take that with me? It looks like I can. And then I've got 2 little soaps and this little set of a cleansing gel, moisturizer, advanced lotion and advanced cream. Ooh. I've already noticed the coasters. Yes, the coasters will be coming with me. These are little plastic cups. Even the towels have like embroidery on them. This is like very Disney Cruise Line. There's also a hairdryer in that drawer. And then down below, we've got a little footstool, if you can't reach the sink, and this little table that you can put your towels and toiletries in to wheel around if it's more convenient for you. Gosh, they've thought of everything, haven't they? To the left, we have the toilet. I am both excited and terrified to use this. Because in Tokyo, Japan in general, they have toilets that squirt water up to clean you. I've never tried one before, so I've had to use Google Translate to understand what the things are, but here goes nothing. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's bizarre. Oh! Oh! Bizarre. Quite nice, actually. Well, that was a cultural experience for sure. My advice, start on a lower water pressure. Don't start medium or high, because that's what I did. And now I feel like I've cleaned a bit too far. Got a bath there, shower, and there is actually a rainfall shower there as well. There's a stool and a tub just there to pour water over yourself. From what I understand about Japanese culture and onsens and everything like that, that is how they will wash themselves when going into onsens and stuff like that. And maybe that's just how they shower all the time. But there is a mount on the wall if you want to put the shower head up there, or you can use that one. Towel Toucher says they're very nice towels. They're very nice towels. They arguably, I don't think anything's ever going to beat the Disneyland Hotel in Disneyland Paris, but these are a good 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. I'll be generous, 4 out of 5. And then on the side you've got shampoo, conditioner and body wash. And then look at the carpet. Isn't this just wonderful? Right, cupboard. Let's have a look. There's robes. And slippers! Oh my gosh. Look at these. Oh my goodness, they are lovely. Do they say Tokyo Disneyland Hotel on them? They don't, but still, they're very on theme. Slippers down here. Little kids ones as well. I think this is a shoe dryer, so if you happen to get like wet feet, you can put your shoes on top of that to dry them. A luggage rack, and then a little brush on the side and a shoehorn. Full-length mirror opposite the wardrobe, and then next to the wardrobe you've got a little tea station. Very cute. So in here you've got what looks like a coffee set, 4 of those, instant green tea, some glasses, a little ice bucket. Cute. I love this artwork as well. It's gorgeous. So I'm guessing there's going to be a fridge in here. There is. Any treats? Ooh, bottles of water. That's lovely. So that is the really nice thing about Concierge. The lounge where I checked in, the Marceline Lounge, that has complimentary drinks and snacks. They had bottles of water down there as well, so you could always just pop in there to grab a bottle of water before you head into the parks or something. They had apple juice, orange juice, some like finger snacks and stuff. But the fact there's 4 bottles of water in there and there's just me means I'm all set, which is great. And then coming into the living room, even the phone says Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. I love that. And then you've got a notepad here. You're coming with me. And the pen. Does that say anything on it? Okay, maybe not the pen. But yeah, that's definitely coming with me. Yoink. This room actually has a separate thermostat to that room. So I'm guessing there is a bed here. Does it? Oh, it's a pull-out. So there is a double bed there. Also included in the room are these gift bags. I've seen these in people's vlogs. They are like carrier bags instead of having bags around the park. In fact, I'm going to get one open. Look how cute this is. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's wonderful. Just going to pop that over there. Got more Cinderella art over there. And then nice big drawers, it looks like. Lovely. Now let's head into the bedroom. How do I open this? I feel like I need to do that for a special effect. Take 2. Now let's head into the bedroom. Oh, that was very Princess Diaries. I'm very proud of myself for that. Look at this. Gorgeous. Lovely, 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 lovely. I can't believe how big it is. On here, we have some freebies. Little postcards. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Love them. Love that. Gorgeous. What's this one? So you've got, oh, making a mess. 2 of those. And then you've got a Duffy and Friends little guide, it looks like. Yeah, it's all in Japanese, so I have no idea what it says. But yep, you're all coming with me. Thank you very much. Oh, I've seen these in vlogs. Pajamas! You can't take the pajamas with you, unfortunately, but I will be trying them on in just a bit. Oh gosh, can't get over it. Let's try out the beds. Yeah, it's a bed, it's comfortable. I would say that's more firm than soft. So plan ahead. If you're a soft sleeper, you might need to layer up a duvet or something like that. These lovely lights up here, which Adam doesn't know how to work. Also, I've just seen this piece of paper on the bed that says there is another bed under here. A trundle bed. Wow. Little phone, another little notepad. Yes, you're coming with me too. Don't think you're hiding in there. We've got a have prepared your room today. I hope you are pleased and comfortable. Ah, lovely. Thank you so much. And then we've got a cupboard over here. Let's have a look. Please don't be anyone in there. Please don't let there be anyone in there. Nice. Extra pillows and blanket up there. Lovely. The only thing I haven't seen so far is the view. I'm just going to turn this off so I can see it. I have tried to go out the balcony, however, it is blocked by this thing and you need a key to unlock it. So they don't want you going out the little mini balcony, which is fair enough. But yeah, got a view of the hotel on one side and then Tokyo on the other side across the bay. Oh my gosh. There's the famous tower thing. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on the camera. I've seen that in like games and stuff, but I've got a clear view of it. I can see I've seen it now. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Like, even just like they've put the paneling on the walls and you've got the Cinderella and everything on there. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. 5 out of 5. And loving it, loving it, loving it. And loving it like Cinderella. That didn't really go. I tried. For plugs, you have US Type A around the rooms. There's a set there. I think there's probably a set in here. Yep, right by my luggage. And then I don't see any other ports here. But by the bedside table, they do have what looks to be a USB. And then also another Type A US plug. I also think the voltage on Japanese plugs is different to the US as well. I think it's lower here or higher. I'm not sure. But one way or the other, check your voltage of stuff. Check which types of plugs it has. If it's one of those US plugs that has the third prong on there, you'll have to bring a converter with you if you happen to be in the US. But overwhelmed. Amazed. 5 out of 5. Love it. It is so, so gorgeous. I'm very excited to spend the night here. And then tomorrow is a full day in Tokyo Disneyland. But before the convenience store closes, I'm going to get some food. I read the convenience store closes at 9, so I'm going to quickly pop down there to get some little snacky bits. I've seen that they do actually sell quite a few cold meal things in there. So I've got my little bag. Got my room key, 9313, don't forget that. Oh gosh, I am the luckiest boy alive right now. When I was planning this and telling myself, like, Adam, like, this is the trip of your lifetime, like, go for it, go all out, stay at the Disneyland Hotel, I'm so glad I did. Dare I say it's kind of put the Disneyland Hotel that me and Gary stayed in to shame? I don't think I can say that, but it's certainly on the same level. That's for sure. Like, what is my life? I may have timed this wrong because the park is emptying out and everyone is in here, but let's go and find something to eat. This looks like character cheese strings, and they got little salad bowls. Woo, Coke Zero. Don't mind if I do. I found that very overwhelming. Very overwhelming indeed. There was a lot of people in that shop and it was very hard to move around. So learn from my mistakes and don't go there as the park is closing or right before the shop closes. Also, something I have learned from observing people, it seems polite that when there's other people around, you hold the open lift button until they're in the lift and then you go. I'm learning so much already, and this is only day 0? I don't feel like this is technically day 1. Home sweet home. I'm going to have my little dinner and do a Japanese food taste test for you. It's my first Japanese food ever that's not like, you know, Wagamama's. Then I'm going to go through what I got at check-in, because tomorrow, next week for you guys, I'm going to be checking into a normal themed room here at the same hotel. And with that, they've offered a luggage changeover service if you're staying in the same hotel, which I am, so I'll be able to go through that a bit. And do make sure you are subscribed to be able to see next week's vlog, because there's going to be a big Tokyo Disney competition you're not going to want to miss out on. And also, those of you that are members of my morning club, there's going to be a separate competition for you as well. So yes, lots of Tokyo Disney magic to share with you guys. If you don't know what the Morning Club is and you want to check it out, there is a QR code on screen for you now. Great. But without further ado, let's jump into this thing. Step 1, try and open it. This is a lot fiddlier than it looks. So basically the seaweed was kept separate from the rice. So you unwrap that and then you put it together like this. Okay, so this one is the tuna mayonnaise. Let's see how this is. Very nice. It's like a sushi sandwich. I mean, this is perfect. This is exactly what I needed. 5 out of 5. Love it. Next up, we've got the Disney character cheeses. So they had Winnie the Pooh ones as well. But I'm in a Mickey mood. This is so peculiar. Okay, so there's Mickey. Nice. It's like if Dairy Lee was a Baby Bell. That's what that is. Upon reflection, the cheese wasn't my favourite. I mean, great for kids, but I'm going to give that... I wouldn't get it again. 3. 3 out of 5. Whilst I'm having my little evening meal, I thought now would be a good time to just give you like an emotional overview of the day. I have been so excited and apprehensive about coming to Tokyo Disney. And the thing that I would have found really valuable in watching other people's vlogs was like, what's your emotions like at this time? If you're coming here for the first time, what are you finding daunting, and how's the language barrier and that sort of thing? So that's something I really want to cover in this series, and I'm going to kind of spend the end of every day touching base with you to give you like the high point, something I found difficult, how the language is, and that sort of thing. So I'll kick off with the flight. Japan Airlines. I was probably one of 5 or 6 Westerners on that flight. It was predominantly Japanese. So everything kind of lent more towards Japanese culture, Japanese appetite and stuff. For example, the menu was delicious and very nice, and definitely wasn't excluding of like a Westerner taste. There was a few items on the tray that I thought, not going to risk it. That looks like a texture I'm not going to enjoy. But the food was very nice. It was very tasty. The breakfast especially was actually better than the breakfasts I've had on other airlines, including Virgin. Watch out, Virgin. The seat was very comfortable. I think for a premium economy product, it's very expensive for what it is, but good. I can't remember the price off the top of my head, but put it this way. It's about double the price of what British Airways was. And I was originally going to fly with British Airways, but they cancelled my flight. So that's why I had to kind of rebook with Japan Airlines. And I ended up going down a class in order to be able to afford the trip still. So the seat, I like the fact that the recline kind of was like your bum scooting forward, so you weren't reclining into anyone behind you. I didn't have anyone behind me, but it meant that the person in front didn't come into my space, which was very nice. I didn't use any of the in-flight entertainment, but I did manage to get some sleep, and the seat was very comfortable. You might have seen as I was boarding the flight, the pillow looked very flat, and I thought, I mean, is that a pillow? But actually, with the seat, like fold-out things, folding that in half or like turning it into a triangle, putting that against the headrest, it was very comfortable and allowed me to sleep, which I'm very surprised at. So overall, the flight was really good. I didn't feel uncomfortable at any point. I did kind of have to like pause every time that announcements were happening because they do it in Japanese first and then English. But all the flight attendants spoke amazing English. Some of them even were English and were speaking like they were flying out to Japan for their layover and then going back. And yeah, it was just a comfortable flight. I'm very surprised that 14 hours went as quickly as it did. So thumbs up for that. The thing I was most intimidated by and the thing I was most worried about was getting from the airport to here, to Tokyo Disneyland. The signposts were excellent. That's the thing I was just worried that you were only going to see Japanese characters on signs and you're going to have to try and like decipher them. Not the case at all. Every single signpost was in either Japanese characters or English characters, and then they'd rotate. So even if it was in Japanese characters, it would eventually show you the English version as well. And the way they've written it in English sounds like what they're saying in Japanese. So you are kind of like on the same wavelength as it were. I was petrified. The only thing I was like really nervous about was being rude on the train or like putting my luggage where I shouldn't put my luggage. Like as soon as I boarded the monorail, the luggage rack thing wasn't really big enough for my suitcase, so I just kind of stood next to it, and the man looked at me and I went, oh no, have I done something wrong? I don't think I did, but that was the initial thing. I was like, oh no. I've literally just boarded the first train. The Suica card, great. Worked like a charm. I wouldn't bother, if you've got an iPhone, wouldn't bother trying to get the physical card or buying a ticket, for example. Just load up a card on there and you're good to go. It was so easy. You can set it so that you don't even have to like go into your Apple Wallet. It just reads it from your phone, and it was great. It was really, really good and cheap. You know, £4.50 to get an hour train journey from the airport to here, I think is pretty damn good. The only kind of challenging thing about the journey here was when I was switching from... Cannot remember. In fact, I'm going to look it up. Bear with. When I was swapping from the monorail to the Rinkai line at Tennozu Isle Station, having to exit that station, cross the road, and then find the new station. That was the only thing I was kind of like intimidated by, and I think would have been very easy to get lost and panic. But thankfully, I just said to those two Japanese women, this way, and they were kind of like, yep. So that kind of reassured me a little bit, but if I just kept walking the same direction, I would have found it. So lesson learned, don't doubt yourself. Just go for it. You will find it. And all the lines are color-coded. They all have a letter code as well. So the KO line is JE, and every station is numbered as well. So even if you're having a hard time reading what the actual name is and hearing it, just do the codes. That would have got me there as well. So overall, it was fine. The only problem was moving luggage around. That was quite frustrating. So I think if you had kids with you, I'd maybe recommend the shuttle service that they offered to Tokyo Disney. It's obviously going to maybe take you a longer time, but I think it's equally affordable and a lot more convenient. That's just my take. But I am glad I did it. I'm really proud of myself. And I thought getting here, no one was going to speak English. That was the kind of impression I had been given from watching other people's videos. But as far as I can see, Disney cast members have at least basic language skills, English language skills, that is, and the check-in host who took care of me spoke amazing English. So I managed to ask her a few questions, and I said, like, if I'm scanning into an attraction with a Premier Access or something like that, what's a nice thing to say to the cast member? And she said, onegai shimasu, which she said is a word that is good for everything. So I learned something from her as well. The concierge experience, I mean, unless you're going to use that lounge, I don't think it's necessary. The check-in was a nice experience, but the check-in wasn't busy. You know, the main check-in in the lobby. So I don't think that in itself. And it took a long time. The service that they were providing took a long time. Not because they were slow, just because they were doing all these lovely touches and going through everything with me. And I appreciated that, and I'm very grateful that I actually had that experience. But it did mean that I had to kind of compromise on maybe going to get dinner somewhere else, or maybe popping into the park. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. But this room is amazing. It's wonderful. It's lovely. I am so happy that I booked this. The only reason I'm actually staying here this night was because when British Airways cancelled my flight, the only flight I could get on with Japan Airlines was the day before. So that's why I've kind of ended up here a bit earlier. Right. Well, I'm going to finish this, and then we'll dive into what's in my little check-in wallet. Rapunzel pink donut. Let's see. Ooh. That is not the texture I was expecting. It's delicious, though. Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, it's more cakey than donut, but very nice. Very nice. Let's show you what I got at check-in. So, first thing I got was this little piece of paper that shows all the instructions you'll need during your stay. I have just read the fact that checkout isn't done automatically and your card won't be billed automatically. You need to scan a code on the TV in the room to make payment when you're checking out. I then got my vouchers for Happy Entry. So they did check me in for both stays. So I've got one for today, one for tomorrow. And this basically gives me a time that I am allowed to go into the park. The park opens officially at 9, but she said everyday guests will be going in at 8:45. I get to go in at 8:30 via the Happy Entry entrance. So it's like a separate entrance and just means you get a head start on making lightning lanes and stuff. I got given a map of the resort and she highlighted where I'm going to be going for breakfast at the Dreamers Lounge day after tomorrow and breakfast at the Sherwood Garden Restaurant, which is where I'm going tomorrow. Little piece of paper, she wrote onegai shimasu to teach me how to say it. Magic words! A little opening time list of everything at the Marceline Salon. I have since seen that guests staying in suite room, Disney Cinderella room, concierge deluxe rooms, concierge balcony alcove room, and may order breakfast from room service instead. Interesting. And then the room change instructions are here. So there's just a piece of paper that kind of goes through exactly what I need to do when I'm moving rooms tomorrow. Now you might be thinking, Adam, how do you book a Tokyo Disney hotel room? Well, dear viewer, let me tell you, there is a lot of different options and there are a lot of different tips that I have learnt. The main kind of thing about booking Tokyo hotel rooms is that they're not online a year in advance like most hotel rooms. These are only listed about exactly 4 months in advance of the date that you want to check in. For example, if you wanted to stay from the 5th of April, you would have to book that on the 5th of January at 11 a.m. Japan time. That's when the reservations go live, and they go very quickly. I mean, literally, give it 5 minutes, everything's gone. You can book a stay if you're doing a room-only reservation, which is what this one was, and tomorrow night's is. You can book up to 5 nights. You put a deposit down of, in this case, 30,000 yen, which is £155, $200. And then you pay the rest at checkout, which is the information I just read. The tip for trying to book a Tokyo Disney hotel room is make sure you only go onto the reservations website about 5 to 10 minutes before the actual drop time. Unfortunately for us in the UK, that is 3 a.m. But the reason I say that is there's 2 different websites. There is the main Tokyo Disneyland information website, which has show times and schedules and that sort of stuff. And then you've got the reservations website, which is a little orange button in the top right-hand corner. You click on that and that takes you to a new website where you have to join a wait to get onto that website because it's normally very busy. That wait, on average, was about 7 minutes. So the reason I say don't go on until like 5-10 minutes before the drop time is because once you're on the website, you only have about 20 minutes before it boots you back out again and you have to go to the back of the line. So you kind of want to have your 20-minute window when the drop happens. Because the first time I did it, I only joined the website at the time, and then by the time I'd gone through the queue and got to the reservations list and started looking at things, everything was gone. If that is the case, though, if everything does go, don't lose all hope. The reservation that I am in right now, that actually came back into the system. I think I only booked this a few weeks ago when the flight was cancelled, and there's another stay that I got as well, which was a cancellation. I just kept refreshing it just to see if someone happened to cancel, and they did. Because what I think happens is a group of friends gets together and says, all right, we're going to go to Tokyo Disney on this date. They all try and get the reservation, and then they all touch base and say, okay, well, I've got this room, I've got this room, I've got this room. Okay, great. We'll all go with that one, cancel the other 2. And that's when I come back into the system. So just keep trying, just keep refreshing. If you're quick on the mouse, though, on that 11 a.m. Japan time drop, 4 months out exactly, you should be golden. You should have as much choice as possible. And yeah, so I managed to do it. It was stressful. There is actually 2 other things I'm going to go through in the series. The first is Disney vacation packages. That is a completely different thing. How you book it is different. What's included is different. I'm checking into the Toy Story Hotel in 2 nights' time, and that is a vacation package. So I'll explain that in a bit more detail then, because I can show you everything. And then the Grand Chateau was just like insane. So I'll cross that bridge when I come to it as well. Oh, I didn't show you this. So I like to take chocolate for the cabin crew because they always work very hard. So I brought them some chocolates, and then they said, like, every single one of them came down during the flight and said, thank you so much for the chocolates. I was like, you're welcome. I was like, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. They said thank you so many times. And then at the end of the flight, they brought me this little bag, and in it is a Japan Airlines luggage tag and a little Japan Airlines model plane. How lovely is that? And they gave me a lovely note that said, Mr. Hatton, thank you for flying with us today. We enjoyed your chocolate during the flight. That's really sweet of you. We look forward to seeing you on board again. Lovely. So sweet. Me and my cute Cinderella bed. Look how lovely it is. With little curtains as well. Oh, honestly, I am so happy right now. I can't believe I'm here. The pillows, you've got a soft pillow on top and then a hard pillow. So that's the perfect combination for me. I'm really pleased. The mattress is very firm. I'm going to just let you know that. If you're a soft mattress sleeper, you might struggle, but I like a firm mattress. So it's like Tokyo Disneyland was made for me. I'm so happy. I'm so pleased with how Travel Day has gone. Thank you for watching all the way through. I suspect this has been quite a long vlog based on how many batteries I've gone through. And I hope you've got some nice information from this as well. If you are starting to maybe think about Tokyo Disney, tomorrow is my first time at Tokyo Disneyland. It's going to be a fun one, and I hope you'll join me for then. Don't forget, if you'd like some bonus content, you can find that on the Morning Club, patreon.com/Adam Hatton. But thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the Food Star. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.